Sunday. We are actually working on this really cute diamond painting that is a message in a bottle. And it's a 80 by 30. It is literally the size of like a doorway. It's taller than me, and I'm only 5'3" and a quarter. So there's that. This is gonna be really interesting because I'm actually trying to get the music to come on and vibe out right now, and I'm like, okay, here we go. All right, so I literally just started this yesterday. As you can see, I've gotten a small section done, and I am very proud of myself because I never thought that I would be getting into diamond painting or bedazzling. As you guys already know, I design jewelry. Okay, I design bracelets, anklets, earrings, beaded curtains, waist beads, necklaces, and jewelry sets and more for men, women, kids, and events. Okay. So, okay. Oh, the Wi-Fi was up. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off, and then I can get to this music. Oh, okay. Instead of music, we're gonna do audiobook. Okay. So we can just zone out and just chill. All right. So we're about to get started. I'm just trying to find something to listen to. Either it's gonna be scary stories or I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let's do. All right. We're just gonna do scary stories,
Got a pile of
audiobook
clothes
stories.
you never wear anymore? Turn them into cash with Vinted. Snap a photo,
All
list your
right.
item. Easy.
So, anyways, I'm
Once
really
it sells, the
excited
buyer
to be able
covers
to sit
shipping.
here for a
And with
few
zero
hours
seller
and
fees, you keep every
just
dollar
diamond
you earn.
painting.
Less clutter
I've
in your
been
home,
waiting to do
more
this for
money
the
in your pocket.
longest.
With millions of users and low
This
cost
was
for your
given to me
buyers,
as
it's
a
easy to
birthday
start selling and
present
earning.
from my bead
Start selling
vendor.
on Vinted today.
And I was like, oh my gosh, we both did not know how big this thing is. So, for this to be like my first diamond painting, it's basically go big or go home.
Use Taylor Brands to file your LLC as soon as
So, I don't
possible.
know. Everybody's like, it's going to take you like a year to finish this. I was like, yeah, right. And I love a challenge. I think it's gonna take like 3 months to finish.
But what is Taylor Brands? It's a
If
business
I
builder
get
fulfilling
done
all your
faster than
business
that, then
needs.
that's gonna be
Taylor Brands guides you
awesome.
through filing your LLC, and
But
afterwards,
in the
Taylor Brands will
morning
track your
times,
business
Monday through
expenses with
Saturday,
tax deductions,
I like
all
to
while
be on
handling
stream
compliance
and
issues. If that's not enough, Taylor's business
create the
owners
waist
get
beads and vibe out and
personal
talk to
business coaching,
customers
so
and
they'll walk you through
people
your
and network.
entire first year of business. So search for Taylor Business
And I'll be back
Builder. Click
outside at the
below and
market in
see how they
March
can
because
help
it's
your
snowing
business.
so bad. It's crazy work, and I'm not gonna be out there catching hypothermia. So I'll be back when the snow is finally gone. And yes, it is currently snowing right now.
As soon as I met Eric, I knew that he
All right,
was
so here we
special.
go with the audiobooks,
I
you
could see
guys.
the kindness in his eyes. After 7 years of a marriage to a total monster, I was desperate for a man who would treat me right.
So I
Eric
could sit
was
here,
that
no one
man.
needs me. I
We
can just
met at a
hang out
coffee
and
shop.
work.
He caught me glancing at him and took the initiative to walk over and introduce himself. He was a businessman who just moved to the city. We spent hours talking in that coffee shop. The more time I spent with him, the more I knew I wanted him in my life. We were so happy together. The only problem is that he had to travel for work a lot. Every time he left, my heart broke. One day, after 6 months of dating, he
I'm
said
so
that he was going to
excited. This is so
Oman
lit.
for a 4-day trip. Going to be okay. I had nothing to worry about. He was supposed to be back on Sunday, but he never got on the plane. I asked everyone at the airline, but they couldn't help. I thought about going to the police, but I knew that Eric wouldn't want me to. There were things about his business that were maybe not entirely legal, though he never told me this. A week went by, and I was finally ready to get the authorities involved. That's when Eric texted me. He said that someone was holding him hostage and demanding $100,000 ransom. He told me that he was safe for now, but he needed the full amount within 2 months. He told me that I couldn't tell the police, and then he'd be able to pay me back as soon as he came back to America. That afternoon, I wired my entire savings to the account number that he sent me. It covered about 2/3, but I still needed more. I borrowed from my sisters, not telling them the reason. Then I sold every valuable thing that I owned. I donated plasma. I sold my hair to a wig shop. I took out high interest loans. I did everything I could until afternoon. Once again, I waited at the airport for his arrival. The officer took a bunch of notes and a stack of files of other women falling victim to the same scheme. Eric never loved me. He just wanted my money. I thought my ex-husband was cruel, but this was the single cruelest thing. anyone could ever do to a person. I felt nauseous. The officer was very sympathetic, though. He promised to track
Welcome
down
in,
Eric
Kevin. How
and
are
recover
you?
as much of the stolen money as possible.
Happy
I
Sunday.
gave him all the information, but most of it wasn't helpful. Eric had lied to me about everything, including his name. He wouldn't even let me take photos of him, supposedly because of his job. However, Eric didn't know that I actually did take a photo of him, just one, while he was sleeping on my couch. At the time, I thought he looked adorable, and I couldn't help myself. It was supposed to be just for me, so I could have something to remind me of him. The police matched it with an ex-con from out of state.
Oh, Lord.
It took them a couple weeks, but they arrested him at some motel with his girlfriend. Well, they tried to arrest him. He managed to escape, but his girlfriend was taken in, and his accounts were frozen. I was able to recover about
feels so
60%
nice.
of what was taken, enough to pay back my loans and add a little bit to my savings. But I still lost about $40,000. And the worst part about it is, I never got any closure. Eric was out there, still scamming women like me. I tried to move on, but I just couldn't. I had this ball of anger inside that wouldn't go away. After a month of wallowing in that anger, I finally figured out what I needed to do. I went to the prison where his girlfriend, Shelley, was being held. She still loved Eric, but she refused to cooperate with the police. She'd rather spend the extra 10 years behind bars than offer any information. When I saw her behind the glass, all I felt was pity. I could see the lovesick look in her eyes, and I knew that he manipulated her just like he manipulated me. I tried to reason with her, but she wouldn't listen. So I started recounting all the things Eric had told me in our short time together. All the compliments, all the statements of love. I quoted him word for word, hoping that she'd say that he said the same things. Slowly I was breaking through, until one final comment managed to convince her. You know that saying?
With
My heart
dazzling?
skips a beat.
Yes.
I didn't understand how real it was until I met you. Shelley's face went blank. Eric used the same line on her. It's 413 Harding Street, Columbus, Ohio. I'm ready to get the information over to the police, so hurry before they get there. I went to the address, of course. I drove all night, and when I arrived, it was just a normal-looking house on a suburban street. I snuck in through the window and found Eric sleeping on a mattress on the floor. He looked peaceful and happy. He didn't hear me light the match. This story is inspired from a real-life event. In 2024, a Connecticut woman named Janet revealed her hidden tale of love and betrayal. She met a man calling himself John Gilbert at the Bristol post office, where their brief romance began. Claiming to work on a ship in the Gulf of Mexico, he charmed Janet into believing he loved her. Soon, he sent desperate, threatening messages, saying he needed money to return home safely. Out of fear and affection, Janet sent him nearly $100,000, often going hungry herself. When the truth emerged, her fairy tale turned into a nightmare. Heartbroken and penniless, Janet reported the romance scam to the police.
That was crazy
I was born
work.
with my
See?
skull on the outside of my
Gotta be
head.
careful out here,
Formed
man.
into
People
a
be doing
crown.
the most.
My mother took one look at the bone crown and refused to name me.
Dakota and I were best friends. My mom always said she was a bad influence. And in a way, I agreed with her. But she was still my friend. Sure, she gave me my first joint and introduced me to some sketchy people. And sure, she convinced me to help her shoplift a few times. But whatever, nobody's perfect. Even if we
Girl.
did some stuff that was technically illegal, I always knew she had my back. Last month, a designer got an internship at a pretty famous clothing company. I won't tell you which one, but you've definitely heard of it. I couldn't believe it. This was my big break. I always wanted to be a fashion designer, but I didn't have enough money to go to college. If I won this competition, I could finally get out of our crappy little town. I told Dakota right away, and she was super supportive. I thought she'd be sad to think that I moved away, but she really wasn't. She wanted me to live my dream. I showed her the outfit I was planning to wear, but she said there was something missing. You need high-quality makeup to go along with it. That's the only thing missing. I thought my own makeup wasn't too bad, but she insisted we go to Regency, the expensive makeup store downtown. Neither of us had enough money to buy anything from that place, so I knew right away what she was suggesting. She wanted us to shoplift. I wasn't comfortable with that. We were very close to getting caught last time. But Dakota insisted. She assured me it was the only way for me to win. We waited until the afternoon rush, when we knew that the place would be packed. Dakota went straight to the makeup counter while I headed to the center of the store. Once she gave me a nod, I started choking and collapsed onto the ground.
Oh God, she's having an allergic reaction. Does anyone have an EpiPen?
A bunch of people gathered around. While I gasped for air, Dakota raided the makeup. I couldn't see her through the crowd, but I knew she was getting a lot of stuff. She'd shoplifted plenty of times before. I felt a sharp jab against my thigh. I guess someone actually did have an EpiPen. Adrenaline shot through me and I sat straight up. I looked around for Dakota, but she was already gone. Good. Her plan worked. I thanked the guy who had jabbed me. I acted really embarrassed and apologized to the crowd. Then I left the store. Dakota was waiting for me outside, with a bag filled with stolen goodies. You deserve an Oscar. She handed me the bag and ran off. I wasn't sure why she left me like that. It wasn't part of the plan. I headed toward my car when I heard someone rush after me.
Ma'am, stop right there!
A security guard was racing after me. I was too shocked to run. He tackled me to the ground, sending the bag flying. All the stolen makeup spilled onto the sidewalk. I was busted. 20 minutes later, I was behind a holding cell. I wasn't hopeless, though. Dakota would come for me. She could talk us out of anything. She had this special talent to get people to believe her. Deep down, I knew she'd come to my rescue. I waited a long time before the door opened and I saw Dakota through the bars. An officer was leading her inside. I felt so happy, so grateful, until she pointed right at me, screamed.
That's her. She's the thief, officer.
Why would she say that? She politely asked the officer if she could talk to me privately. I assumed that was against the rules. But like I said, against anyone, if anything. He stayed in the room while Dakota... I could hear her. Don't worry, I'll pay your bail in a couple days. A couple days? That meant I missed the fashion show. I knew I should have been worried about my criminal record or about the punishment I was about to face, but all I could think about was that show. My one opportunity to leave this town, and now it was gone. I'd be stuck here forever. And it was all Dakota's fault. That's when I knew she planned all this herself. She'd given me the stolen bag. She tipped off the security guard. And now she was refusing to pay my bail until after the fashion show had come and gone. There was only one explanation for why she would ever do something like this. You don't want me to leave, do you? She held onto the bars and leaned closer, until her face was inches away. Her smile was unrecognizable. My mother had warned me about her, but I never listened. It wasn't until that exact moment that I knew Dakota was an absolute psychopath. If it makes you feel any better, I really think you would have won. She blew me a kiss and walked away.
What's the fastest way to go viral today?
Silly dances, chasing trends, spamming hashtags,
Nope.
posting more, using trending sounds, commenting on big pages.
Wrong again. There's a new, easier way. It's called instant viral templates.
Instant what?
Instant viral.
True to her word, she paid my bail 2 days later, after the fashion competition had come and gone. Our old classmate Sarah won, and I saw the design she came up with. It was terrible. I haven't talked to Dakota since. It's been 3 months now, and I've ignored all her texts. When I see her in town, I run in the other direction. She wanted to keep me here forever, and she succeeded.
What's up?
That didn't mean I had
What
to
do
be
you
her
think
friend.
about the beach outfit?
We were done. At least that's what I tell myself.
SQ and it matches with the purse. I love it.
I'll probably answer her call.
Cute. Very demure.
I mean,
Because I was deciding
who else
whether or
am I
not I
hanging
should
out
add that
with?
leg thingy.
Mm-hmm.
This story
Think
is
it was
loosely
different
based on a
What, leg
real world
warmers?
event.
No, that's like this.
In
Oh, the
September
thigh beat.
2014,
The thigh
an
things. Yes,
Arkansas
cute
woman's
accessory.
obsession with makeup led to her arrest.
For summertime,
And I got these
absolutely.
really cute
31
flip flops
was
to
caught
go.
shoplifting at an Ulta
Oh, that's
beauty store in
adorable.
Fayetteville after she stuffed $144 worth of eyeshadow into her purse.
That's stupid.
Police reported that an accomplice tried to distract staff while Allen committed the theft. Store managers detained her until officers arrived and arrested her
No,
for shoplifting.
because I think I
sort
should
of
have won.
conduct.
Good.
Allen was booked
I'm on
with
that though,
at
but
least
you're
on
like,
an
what's up?
$830
You're
bond.
fine. Yeah, I mean, what's up? You alright?
Hungry.
Okay, so make you some cereal. You
I
just
had
what everybody else
just
had
turned
breakfast.
17 when I got my license.
You know that sub
That
that's in there?
new freedom
Gigi already
felt like
asked for that, and I just had a
shot
whole
of adrenaline
debacle.
every time I turned the key.
I just had a whole debacle with
Back in
Jordan
high
and
school,
Gigi
we
about
had a
that stuff for an
habit,
hour.
me and a few
She gonna get
friends,
one half, and
of
she gonna get the other half.
exploring
I will make
abandoned
you and
places.
King chicken tenders
Usually
and
fun,
French fries or something for
sometimes
lunch.
for
Okay.
parties.
So
Most
right
were
now for
forgettable.
you,
Old
ma'am, it's
barns, unfinished basements.
almost
Once
noon.
even
You
a
can make you some
dentist's
cereal if you
office
want
still
to.
smelled like fluoride.
You just woke up, so
But
do
there was
cereal,
one
and then
place
I'll be
that
making
stuck.
lunch in a little while.
It was a massive, half-built house
Stop
on
pulling
the
on
edge
boys'
of
beef,
town.
please.
I passed it every night driving back from my part-time
So
job at
Gigi
the
was
gas
just
station.
touching on him and one
The
almost fell.
structure looked abandoned. The kind of place with wind-battered
All right, look, this is
flapping
my
in the
free time.
breeze
I'm not
and a
working right now.
broken
Chill
fence
out.
that didn't
Go
bother
ahead and
keeping
rock out
anyone
and make you
else.
something to eat. Okay?
There was something about it.
Thank you.
Too big to be left unfinished.
Oh no,
Too
okay, so
silent
I'm
to be
just
empty.
in one spot.
I told
just want
Matt,
the
my
mysterious
best
stuff.
friend and co-conspirator, about it.
I'm just talking to my dad.
You
But
sure
no,
no
you
one
good.
lives there?
basically.
He asked, raising an eyebrow as we cruised down County Line Road one Friday evening. Positive, I said. No cars, no lights, just a frame and
So-
concrete. Been like that for months.
Reset the what?
The Wi-Fi.
Nah, it's not gonna
Killing
work like
time
that.
before a
Something's
late
up with it, so just leave it
And I
be.
figured we'd just take a peek.
Just find you something to do. You see, I'm over here diamond painting and
Dusk was
stuff.
falling, and the cicadas were already humming like
What's up?
warning sirens in the trees.
I would wear that.
Pulled
That's
my
cute.
rusted-out Corolla into
Well, if
the
I had no
dirt
tummy,
driveway.
but I would wear that.
The
That's
house
cute.
loomed over us. 3 stories, unfinished
And it
roof,
moves, so
blackened window holes like empty sockets. I
That's
left my
cute.
headlights on. We sat there for maybe
I've
10
been animating this
seconds,
for like
long enough
couple
to
minutes
stare
now.
at the building
And I can make it move
feel
and
that
stuff.
That's
little
really
dread
cool.
crawling up our backs. Then I backed out, and that's when the truck showed up.
Look, you learning the same skills on how people turn into animators and create movies and stuff.
Blinding high
Animations.
beams, engine growling like a warning. It pulled in behind us and stuck to our tail like glue. Dude, who the hell is that? Matt muttered, twisting in his seat.
Yep. Yo, tell them to stop
I
running in and out of this house like I'm
said,
not
trying
playing.
to stay calm, easing
The
towards the main road.
audacity's on
Maybe
12.
just someone who lives nearby. But no lights came on in the house.
Bro, close my. Who's outside playing?
No,
I'm
we're playing the game.
The
No, like,
world narrowed
I'm
just
working
I'm
right now.
serious,
Look,
I'm
look, look.
serious.
Hey, wait, hold up, pause. I'm on live right now. Y'all running in and out of my house playing?
no,
Truck
no, like,
followed.
I just want to get outside,
Y'all
inside,
about to piss
but,
me
Gas station
but we don't
on the corner
want
pulled
to.
up side
To what? To what?
blocking us off.
To go inside because,
I whispered,
Go inside where?
throwing the
Our
car
house?
uh-huh.
apart. The
And
truck
here,
flung
she,
open.
Skylar should not be up in here, or
Out stepped a man
Adele.
the size of
No,
a
she's not.
linebacker.
So what are you talking about?
No, wait.
Stretched across his
I
chest.
just, friends
Neck
go
tattoo
in
barely
here,
visible under a
in the
thick
house,
beard.
but we don't
Beside
want her
him,
to.
a woman.
Bro, go
Wild-eyed,
take all y'all butts
hair.
outside and close my
There
door.
was something feral about her.
Show
Matt froze. I kept my hands on the
you
wheel.
yo out here have me sound like the mama back up in the 90s. You let my heat out, close my door, stop running in outside and out my damn
What
house.
are you doing back there? He
Shoot.
asked.
It's
Voice
cold. It is
calm,
literally
but
snowing
edge
outside,
was
and they won't be playing up in here.
Just turning around. I lied. Didn't realize it was private property.
Either you're
The
in
woman
or you're
stepped in
out.
closer.
Stop playing in my house.
She bent down until her face was inches from mine. Liar. She whispered. Matt gagged. The man chuckled, grabbed her by the waist. Cute boys, he said. Next time you want to snoop, make sure you don't bring lights. He stepped back, motioned for us to move. We didn't argue. Back on the road, Matt finally breathed. What the fuck was that? No clue, I said, my voice hollow. That wasn't just some squatter. We went to the movie. We tried to act normal. Thinking about getting a tarot reading? But you've never done it before? Well, let me tell you, you should. And one of the best
All
places to
right.
do
So,
it
what
is
do you guys
here,
think about the
because they've been around
stories
for
so
20
far? Do you guys like the
Couldn't
stories?
stop thinking about that house. A week later, I went back, alone. Parked down the road this time. No lights. Just me, sneakers crunching through the gravel. I cut through the woods at the side and
All
came
right, give me
around
one
the
second, you
back.
guys. Hold on.
What I saw still chills me. There were crates, dozens, stacked behind the house, half covered with tarps. I got close enough to see weird labels. Some marked medical, others unmarked. I reached for one, peeled the tarp back, and found sealed plastic bags with vials, strange labels, foreign script. I didn't touch anything else, just left. I don't go near it anymore. This story is inspired from a real-life incident shared by one of our subscribers. This is what they said. At 17, fresh with a license, my friends and I used to hunt for abandoned houses to party in. One spot stood out, an unfinished mansion I'd pass on my way home. One evening before a movie, I took a friend to check it out. It was nearly dark, and we only stopped for a few seconds before leaving. Suddenly, a huge truck appeared behind us, high beams blinding, tailing us aggressively. We tried to ignore it, but it cut through a gas station and blocked our path. A huge guy stepped out and knocked on my window. With no one else around, it felt eerie. He asked what we were doing at the house. I lied and said that we were making a U-turn. He stared at us for a moment, smiled, and let us go. That house is still unfinished. I don't know what goes on there, but I'm convinced it's not legal. I was just heading back from my sister's place in Asheville. The sky already inked out by the time I hit Route 74. I remember adjusting the dial. Static, then country, then silence. The road stretched endlessly ahead, the kind of pitch black that makes your own headlights feel like a lie. Mom was driving, her jaw set the way it always was when she was tired but pretending she wasn't. We'll stop once we hit camp.
I get
She
my hot
said earlier.
cocoa. Shoot.
Gas and snacks. I had dozed off in the passenger seat, only to jolt awake when she slammed the brakes so hard my seatbelt locked across my chest. What the hell? I snapped, hard in my throat. There was a man, she said, her voice strangled and thin. He just ran into the road. The figure stood maybe 10 feet from the hood, hunched, like he'd been limping, or pretending to limp. His clothes were torn, blood on his shirt. That's what made Mom hesitate, the blood. She cracked the window a couple inches. Are you okay? She asked, leaning forward. I grabbed her arm. Don't. He didn't answer, just stood there. His shoulders were rising and falling like he'd run a mile, but something was off. The way he didn't look at us. The way he tilted his head slightly, as if listening. Then I saw the movement in the trees. To our left and right, shadows broke free from the brush. 3 more men. No flashlights, no sound, just shapes in the dark. Fast, deliberate. They're trying the doors, I yelled. Mom's hand went for the locks just as I heard the clunk of the driver's side handle. Another at mine. They're locked.
They better drive
She
off.
whispered
Oh my
more to
God.
herself than me. I locked them. Then the man in front of the car turned, smiled. That's when she floored it. The guy barely jumped aside before the tires screeched and we peeled off, fishtailing once before straightening out. My breath came in ragged gasps, heart hammering. I twisted in my seat, watching the darkness swallow them whole behind us. What the hell was that? I said. Were they trying to rob us? Or worse? I don't know. She muttered, white-knuckling the wheel. I don't know. We drove in silence for what felt like forever. But 20 minutes later, the sign for Canton glowed up ahead. We pulled into a gas station, one of those late-night chain ones that smells like bleach and burnt coffee. Fluorescent lights flickered above. Inside, the cashier looked up from his phone. Skinny guy, beard too big for his face. You folks okay? He asked. maybe noting Mom's shaky hands or my wide eyes. We need the restroom, I said, and some water. He pointed toward the back. I didn't relax until I heard the bolt slide into place on the stall door. When I came out, Mom was waiting in the car, but she hadn't started it yet. Just sitting, engine off.
If you're putting off selling your work because most platforms overcomplicate it, stop scrolling.
I realized that Etsy doesn't actually let me own my own shop. It cuts into my profits, and there's no real store customization to show off my brand or my personality. Big Cartel just made sense. It's an independent e-commerce platform that actually supports small creators like me. I honestly still can't believe how easy it was. All I had to do was pick a template, add my products, do some basic setup, and that was it. My store feels totally customized to my taste, but they made it super simple. And it was live before my morning coffee got cold. So if you want to take control of your business, get signed up on Big Cartel.
Oh
It's
no,
fast
wrong
and simple,
spot.
and you will definitely thank yourself later.
Not today. I do not play about
Hey, would
this.
you like your very own Shopify store? We're literally and completely free, by the way. We are
Hold
live
on,
streaming
guys.
right now. If you click the link